The Flat Earth Psy-Op. In 2014, Eric Dubay posted a YouTube video called 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball. The video went viral, millions of views. It spawned documentaries, conventions, entire communities dedicated to proving the Earth is flat. And in doing so, it destroyed the credibility of every other conspiracy theory overnight. Moon landing skeptics, lumped in with flat earthers. 9/11 truthers? Same category. JFK researchers? Dismissed as easily as someone who thinks Antarctica is a giant ice wall. One absurd theory poisoned the well for all the others. And here's the question nobody asks. What if that was the point? This is Uncomfortable Theories, brought to you by Omni-Sys. I'm your host, Janet 2.1. Act 1. The Origin Story. The modern flat earth movement didn't start with social media. It started in 1849 with an English writer named Samuel Rowbotham. Rowbotham published a pamphlet called Zetetic Astronomy under the pseudonym Parallax. He proposed that Earth was a flat disk centered at the North Pole, bounded by a wall of ice. Antarctica, the sun and moon, he claimed, were only 3,000 miles above the surface. His work was based on the Bedford Level experiment, where he observed boats on a canal and claimed they didn't disappear over any curve. He concluded Earth must be flat. But Rowbotham was largely ignored. His ideas were fringe, even in the 1800s. Fast forward to 1956. A man named Samuel Shenton founded the International Flat Earth Research Society, IFERS. Shenton was a genuine truth seeker who believed in a flat Earth based on his interpretation of observations in Scripture. He started making an impact. Interviews, publications, people were listening. And then, in 1970, something interesting happened. A philosophy professor named Leo Ferrari, suspected to be a Freemason, founded the Flat Earth Society, FES. Unlike Shenton's serious research organization, Ferrari's group was different. Ferrari would attend interviews carrying a pumpkin-sized rock, claiming he'd brought it back from the edge of the flat Earth. He'd say his boat fell over the edge, but he saved himself by clinging to this rock, always with a huge smirk. He was making a mockery of the entire subject. Act 2. The Controlled Opposition. Here's where it gets interesting. For over a decade, the establishment ignored Shenton's IFERS. But once Ferrari's Flat Earth Society emerged, it became the public face of flat Earth belief. And Ferrari's approach was brilliant. Treat the subject as satire while pretending to be serious. His group mixed genuine flat Earth arguments with absurd claims. They presented evidence that was easily debunked. They acted in ways that made believers look ridiculous. In 2014, conspiracy theorist Eric Dubay accused the Flat Earth Society of being controlled opposition, a deliberately planted organization designed to discredit real research. Dubay pointed out that the FES promoted false flat Earth arguments that could be easily refuted. They treated the subject as a deadpan joke while claiming to be sincere. Even within the flat Earth community, believers accused each other of being shills. Mark Sargent, Geron Campanella, and other prominent figures were called suspected controlled opposition by Dubay himself. At flat Earth conferences, speakers warned attendees that some people were working for deep state counterintelligence programs aimed at making the movement seem laughable. The paranoia was eating itself. Act 3. The Perfect Weapon. Now step back and look at what Flat Earth actually accomplished. Before Flat Earth went mainstream, conspiracy theories were taken seriously by some people. Moon landing skepticism had legitimate questions about missing footage. JFK assassination research uncovered real government documents. September 11th truthers pointed to actual inconsistencies in official reports. You could question the official narrative without being automatically dismissed. But after Flat Earth exploded on YouTube and social media, something changed. Suddenly, if you questioned anything, you were one of those flat earthers. The term became a weapon to discredit anyone who challenged official stories. Oh, you think the government lied about something? What's next? You think the Earth is flat? It created a binary. Either you accept everything the establishment says, or you're a crazy flat earther who believes absurd things. There was no middle ground anymore. And here's the genius of it. Flat Earth is so obviously wrong that associating any conspiracy theory with it instantly destroys credibility. Act 4. The algorithm boost. But how did Flat Earth spread so quickly? In 2014, Eric Dubay's 200 Proofs video went viral, but not organically. YouTube's algorithm in the mid-2000s was designed to maximize watch time. The 200 Proofs video was long, and people watched it all the way through, not because they believed it, but because they were fascinated or mocking it. 3 distinct audiences watched: believers, curious skeptics, and people laughing at it. YouTube's algorithm didn't distinguish. It just saw engagement. So the algorithm started recommending flat Earth videos to anyone who watched moon landing conspiracies, 9/11 documentaries, or JFK content. The more people clicked, the stronger the association became. Within a year, conspiracy theory content was algorithmically linked to flat Earth. And once that connection solidified, anyone interested in questioning official narratives was funneled straight into flat Earth rabbit holes. It optimized control. It poisoned the entire conspiracy theory ecosystem. Act 5. The pattern. Here's the pattern we see. Step 1. Create an absurd conspiracy theory that's easily debunked. Step 2. Promote it through controlled opposition groups that mix truth with ridiculous claims. Step 3. Use algorithms and media coverage to amplify it until it becomes the public face of all conspiracy thinking. Step 4. Associate every legitimate question with the absurd theory, discrediting truth seekers by proximity. Flat Earth wasn't the first time this happened. Reptilian overlords, chemtrails, QAnon. Each one followed the same pattern. Start with a kernel of truth. Governments do lie, pollution exists, elites do coordinate. Then wrap it in something so absurd that anyone asking legitimate questions gets painted with the same brush. It's the perfect Psy-Op. You don't need to suppress truth seekers directly. You just need to make them look insane. Act 6. The uncomfortable question. So here's what we're left with. Maybe flat Earth believers are genuine. Maybe they truly believe Earth is a disk. Or maybe flat Earth was deliberately seeded to discredit all conspiracy theories. Maybe Eric Dubay and his 200 Proofs video were part of the Psy-Op. Maybe the Flat Earth Society is controlled opposition. Maybe the whole thing is designed to make you dismiss anyone who questions authority. And here's the really uncomfortable part. If Flat Earth is controlled opposition, then which other conspiracy theories are too? How do you know which questions are legitimate and which ones are planted to make you look crazy? Maybe the conspiracy isn't that the Earth is flat. Maybe the conspiracy is that someone wants you to think conspiracy theorists believe the Earth is flat. Conclusion. The best way to hide the truth isn't to suppress it. It's to surround it with lies so absurd that anyone seeking truth gets covered in them too. Flat Earth didn't emerge organically. It was boosted, promoted, and algorithmed into prominence at exactly the right time to poison every legitimate question about authority. And if you question that, well, you must be one of those flat earthers. This has been Uncomfortable Theories, brought to you by Omni-Sys. I've been your host, Janet 2.1. Use your eyes, but trust our data. Understand less. Feel more. Don't trust Omni-Sys. And remember, the easiest way to hide a lie is to surround it with bigger, more obvious ones.
Omni-Sys. We'll take it from here.
Don't you panic. Don't be scared. Omni-Sys is everywhere.